Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk movies, television, and wrestling. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Season 2, Episode 5. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way, shall we? First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope everyone had a safe New Year's Eve, and I am glad to see y'all joining your New Year's Day with us over here at Lemon Studios. Of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, like and comment below and let me know your thoughts on Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into it, shall we? So first, to address why I did not post last week when it comes to Percy Jackson, I will be completely transparent with you due to just how the holidays was. For the most part, I was taking the week off, right? But, we got the Stranger Things Volume 2 review up, and we got Anaconda up. And Percy Jackson was going to be part of that. I just simply forgot. I didn't watch it on Wednesday. I did not get to watch episode 4 until Sunday, and at that point, I just thought it was a little too late. So that's why I liked episode 4 quite a bit. It was actually my favorite episode up until this one. I actually think episode 5 was better than episode 4. I like how, it was more personal. Not necessarily filler by any means, but, kind of the characters kind of understandish, and then it seems like we're going to push some more things forward as we build up to this climactic battle at the end, starting next week. I think next week is when the show is really going to get cooking. I am kind of curious where Tyson is, because I don't buy that he's dead whatsoever. I mean, first, let me talk about my experience with this show, if you haven't been on for the ride. So in season 1, I feel like I was pretty critical throughout the whole entire run, because the first book was very fresh in my mind, and I was able to compare the two along with the movie as well, because, I'm one of the people that didn't mind the first Percy, the Lightning Thief film, and, I was like, I don't know if I was just going a little too hard on it, but the show started to pick up as it went going. Here for Sea of Monsters in season 2, who was not a fan of the movie whatsoever, and for some reason, when this show started, all memory of book 2, 3, like all of the future books have left my mind completely. So it was like watching it blind. And the first episode, it was a little bit of a struggle because I kept trying to remember what was happening. And then 2 on, I was able to just watch the show and just take it at face value. And I gotta say, I have enjoyed the show a lot more than I did in season 1 and to season 2, episode 2 on, just because, again, it is fresh eyes. I'm discovering stuff as we are going through it. And with this episode, like the whole scene with Annabeth facing the sirens had me hook, line, and sinker all the way through. To me, it was the best scene in the whole entire episode. There were some great things that we did with Percy too. I liked the confrontation scene that he had with Cersei when he was like, look, you're helping them cheat. You don't really know how to beat those sirens whatsoever. You just kind of wait until morale's down enough, and then you let someone go through. So morale has been lost completely 6 times. And that's how they've been able to pass through, just so that they can have some hope leaning on. And then, she gets him, and then she turns into a guinea pig. I don't think he was the chinchilla. I think he was a guinea pig. And then, he goes in, and then he meets Blackbeard. And that was a pretty cool scene, how they were like, they weren't having full conversations, but, the sub's like, welcome, lad. Like, that really got a good pop out of me. But, yeah, once they actually go fly out, and Cersei does her one last bit, like, okay, I'm going to take this away. There's no way they're going to beat them. And I was literally thinking this too, I was like, why doesn't Percy just go under the water and pushes it over and over there if he is able to do all of that? Maybe he can't go that long. But when Annabeth is like, I can do this, I can beat it. And then she's going through, and, you're seeing the vision. She has her friends there. Like, this is attempt number 1 for them or something. And then they make it seem like, oh, she does know. She is super small because, pride was her inner problem or her inner sin or something like that. I'm not sure what it was the main thing that's holding her back. So they were like, okay, we're going to let her make it seem like she won. Like, she killed them both. It's down to 1. And then here comes Athena, which is her true fear of like, oh, I just want the validation from my mom. And when Athena shows up, I was like, oh my God, Athena's here. Like, again, I was right with Annabeth all the way through. I was completely bought in. I thought all this was happening, but nope, it turned out the Sirens had one over us. Yet again, she was going to lose until Percy finally breaks out, pulls her in, they go under the water, and then that's how they break free. I was wanting to see what happened at Cersei's camp that I can't remember the name of. I wanted to see what their reaction was, because they were all watching, and they had no training. They had not gone through one single class, and they made it past the Sirens. I wanted one last cut, go back to Cersei, and then everyone's going, but they did it without anything. Well, do we even need this? Do we just go out and go for it and see a bunch of bodies go out? I mean, this show has no problems killing off people. To have some false hope. I was really curious to see what was happening back at that camp. We didn't get to that. I also really like everything we did with Clarice and Grover. I thought that was pretty fun too. They had a nice little back and forth. Seeing him go with that Cyclops, and at the end over there, it turns out, oh no, he is actually really smart all the way through. I'm not sure who that voice was at the end. I'm not sure if that was crap, I forgot his name, but our main bad guy, who's not the main bad guy, but the kid bad guy. I'm not sure if it was him who was talking, but that was pretty eerie as well. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, again, overall, this was a very solid episode to me. I thought they did really good. What they came out and set to do, they did it and they executed. There was a lot of good mystery. There was a lot of good intrigue. I was really drawn in, even with Cersei. I was kind of on the back and forth. Did she really change? Did she do all the callbacks to to Odysseus was also pretty funny as well. This, again, everything they did here, they really hit it out of the park for me. I was really, really locked in all the way through, and I'm enjoying it. And I think the next 3 weeks, I think we're in for a hell of a ride. Because I think now it's just about pushing through. We fought through everything on the inner. I mean, Annabeth and Percy having their moment after they get out. Look, all they had to do was show you, and I would have been dead, because I would have protected you no matter what. It wasn't Grover, it wasn't my mom, it wasn't nothing. It was you. As we continue to build on that romance, and man, I don't remember if they get together here or not in this book, or if it's going to be in number 3. But man, it is going to be one hell. I do think it's about to happen at the end of the season, which I hope it does. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of this episode down in the comment section. Leave a like if you made this far within a review. I do greatly appreciate it. Sorry again for not having episode 4 posted, but we are back on track. And now that the holidays are done, I don't have to worry about, hosting or anything like that, or have anything on my schedule, really. We can get back into a much more better cadence and be more consistent with these posts. So the next 3 weeks, we should be really, really good to go. Should not miss a posting for them. And of course, with that, hit that subscribe button, as I am trying to grow into my YouTube career. And until next time, guys, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.